Got the old Equinox 800 back out, still around this steel pole. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the small coil on this detector. But before I do, I've moved this clad dime up closer to the pole. There's a little line you see on this box here, maybe. Tilt my head. There's a line on that box. That's about as close as I can get that dime to that pole and get a signal that in a, say, hunting in a playground or something, or around an old electric fence pole or something that you might consider digging. I'm going to let you listen to it, but now I've got this detector set up part 1. Iron bias is F2 4, okay? I'll let you hear that. It's a challenge signal, okay? But this gentleman evidently wants to see what we might gain using a small coil, which there's nothing wrong with that. I want to see too. Now, I'm holding this piece of iron here, and I'm holding this for a reason. Now, if I drop this iron, you see where that iron's laying right there? Watch this. Now, that iron is nowhere under that coil. It's about as far away from that coil, maybe a little closer than that steel pole is. Okay, but it's challenging that signal on that dime. So when we put the small coil on, we're going to use this too, because remember, we're assuming maybe, you know, when you do these videos, you know, it's not a perfect scenario. You know, there could be other stuff back here when you approach a steel object like this to detect here, you know. So will the small coil, when I drop this iron in here, will it bias anything? Plus, we're going to be looking at the distance. Can I move that dime closer to that pole? And if so, how much closer? It may not be as far as what we think. So stay tuned. We got the old small coil on this Equinox 800. And I'm still around this old steel pole. I went back to the clad dime, but now this clad dime has been shifted. In the last video you seen where she was moved. I'm going to splice these two videos together, but it's on this white line on this box here. Okay, now turn the sensitivity up on this machine just a little bit. She's at 23. I'll let you hear it. Still get the same idea, about a 19 in the window, 18, okay. But I'm getting signal now with the coil centered more over the coin. If you'll notice in the stock coil, I was having to be back here with the edge of the front of the edge of the coil. Okay, so I'm up here now. Okay, now I showed that iron. I dropped some iron in this area right here in that stock coil. It didn't like that dime no more. Okay. So I dropped that iron. I'm going to put it flat here. It's down in right there, okay? And I'm up here on this dime, and I'm still detecting. Actually, I believe I can put it right in there even. Yep. She's challenged a little low. If I shift it over a little. Okay, so approaching a steel pole, detecting, you know, you have to assume what's back here can drive your performance of a big coil. Well, they drive the performance of this one too, but you could have something farther away back here on the back side of that coil. Now this is still F2 iron bias 4, okay? Speed 5. That's where I'm going to leave it. Now I'm going to move this iron here because we already see that this detector here will see some targets that the big coil's not going to see. Because if I put this iron right in here with a stock coil, it's not going to pick that dime up. I've done tried it. Even though I didn't show that part in the video. Okay. So we're picking the dime up where she's at. Okay. So now I'm going to advance it some. See what happens. So I get signal right there. That's pretty shaky though. I'm gonna back the dime up just a little bit. Now this is about a 6-inch coil height I'm sweeping above this dime, okay? That's pretty good signal right there. Okay, I'm gonna advance the dime a little more. That's pretty good right there. Okay, I'm gonna advance a little more. Mash the horseshoe button so you can hear it. Some people might not even dig that signal right there. But you got to remember, when you're using one of these machines, if you see something like this and you get up close to it, you might get some wonky audio, okay? And you might think, like out in the open field, that it's iron. Well, if you get up close to something like this, you just start hearing wonky audio, you should get more curious. Okay. So I'm going to advance her a little more. Nothing. Okay. Now, you know, this is sort of a good experiment here. A lot of people, you know, they like to know. Now, the dime was a setting. I couldn't get it where it's a setting. The dime has been advanced 3/4 of an inch. The center of that dime has been advanced 3/4 of an inch closer to that pole. Same coil height being swept. 6-inch coil won't get it. I can move it back just a smidge. Probably right there I might get a little bit. See there? So 11-inch coil versus this little 6-inch coil diameter wise, and if we divide by 2, we're talking 5.5 versus 3 with the radius of these coils. But yet I only get, from what it looks like here on this scenario here, now it may not apply to all, I don't even get a 3/4 inch advancing that dime to that steel pole right there. And a lot of people have made comments on the forums that they don't see a lot of benefit using this coil in iron versus the stock coil. So this right here may be a good demonstration to see what's going on in the real world. I hope you enjoyed the video.